Hi, I'm Chris Schlosser, the chairman of the Mayflower Benevolent Fund for the Wisconsin Mayflower Society, and I'm here to go through our proposed bylaw changes for this year. All of these have to do with Article 4 membership. This is Section 10A. The current wording is, all applicants shall, at the time the final application is submitted, pay to the treasurer an application fee and dues for the current year as determined by the board. The annual dues will be payable January 1st for the society year. Those admitted after June 1st shall pay only one-half the annual dues for the year of admission. The proposed amendment has to do with that last sentence. Those admitted after July 1st shall have the dues included in their application fee attributed to the following society year. The rationale behind this is that it is exceedingly difficult to enforce the current bylaw as the entire dues for the year are collected with the application, and the historian has no prior knowledge as to when the application will be approved. The next one is Section 10B. The current wording is, members of other state societies transferring into this society shall pay a transfer fee. Annual dues to this society shall start with the year next after that for which dues were last paid to the transferee's former society. The proposed amendment is, members of other state societies transferring into this society shall pay a transfer fee as determined by the board. Annual dues to this society shall start with the year after dues were last paid to the transferee's former society. The rationale for this one, this keeps Section B similar to Section A, which states application fees and dues as determined by the board. We also remove the words next and that for which to improve clarity in the sentence. This is a new proposed section, and the wording is, if a member has been dropped from membership for non-payment of dues, they will be reinstated after paying the current and past year's dues as well as a reinstatement fee as determined by the board. The rationale for this is that this section documents the current process for reinstatements, which should be included in our bylaws for clarity. Now we come to the section regarding life membership. The current wording, any member who has paid annual dues for at least 1 year may, upon a payment of the appropriate amount from the following sliding scale, under 55 years of age, $400, 55 to 64, $300, 65 to 74, $250, 75 and up, $200. At any time become a life member of this society and shall be exempt from further payment of dues. The proposed amendment. Any member who has been a member of the Wisconsin Society and paid annual dues for at least 5 contiguous years may, upon payment of the appropriate amount as determined by the board, based on the following age groups: 23 to 54 years of age, 55 to 64, 65 to 74, and 75 and up. At any time become a life member of this society and shall be exempt from further payment of dues. The life membership fees shall be automatically increased on a percentage increase basis at any time that the General Society or Wisconsin Society dues are increased. The rationale? Raising the time frame for paying annual dues from 1 to 5 years helps to ensure the person will continue to be active in the society and will value their life membership. The proposal to have life membership increase on a percentage basis as Wisconsin or General Society dues are increased enables the organization to continue to sustain life members as dues increase. Based on this automatic increase in dues, it is difficult to list the dollar amounts within the bylaws as they will become outdated as dues increase. Starting at age 23 will be addressed later in the presentation. Now we just want to go through with you the analysis that we conducted regarding coverage of the life membership based on the dues. So the annual dues status. In prior years, Wisconsin annual dues have been $25. $15 of that goes to the General Society in their per capita assessment, and $10 is to sustain the Wisconsin Society. In August 2020, the Wisconsin Mayflower Society Board raised the annual dues to $45 in anticipation of the General Society increasing the per capita assessment, which occurred in September of 2020. So currently the $35 is now the General Society per capita assessment, and $10 is still the amount that is used to sustain the Wisconsin Society. So based on this information, we conducted an analysis actually at the $25 level and then at the $45 level. This shows that at our current life membership rates of $200 for 75, $250 for 65 to 74, $300 for 55 to 64, and $400 for under 55. The yellow mark indicates when the society would have to start paying the entire amount of the life member dues because their funds would have been expended, and the red shows if now that we are at 45, when their annual or their life membership will have expended their funds. So for a 75-year-old at age 80, the society is already going to be carrying them for the remainder of their life. And you'll see if a person joins at 23 years of age as a life member, we will be paying for the society will be paying for their dues once they reach age 35 for the remainder of their life. As you can tell, this is not sustainable, so we needed to do something. And so we did our analysis at $25 and came up with a logical dollar amount. For 75 and up is $250. For 65 to 74, it would be $400. That would get a person into the 90s before the society would have to start covering their funds. For 55 to 64, $500, which gets them into their 90s. And for under 55, $600 would be the life assessment, and that would get someone into their hundreds. Now, with the wording in the bylaws, if since the dues are increasing to $45, which is an 80% increase over that $25 amount, that would mean that for 75 and up, the life membership rate would be $450. For 65 to 74, it would be $720. For 55 to 64, it would be $900. And for under 55, it would be $1,080. The remaining sections of life membership are here. Any member of this society in good standing may make application in writing accompanied by a fee of $400 for a life membership for a child under 18 years of age who is eligible for membership in this society. A state and general number shall be assigned to each junior life member. Number 3, after the age of 18, a junior member of this society may apply for life membership. Number 4, applications received under the above provisions 2 and 3 may be granted with the approval of the board after the required lineage papers have been approved by the historian and the historian general and the fee of $400 has been received. Our proposal for this is to delete all 3 sections. The rationale: it is too long of a time horizon to allow junior members to become life members. It is also challenging to keep up with them throughout their lifetime, especially if they don't show an interest in the society. Yet we must keep paying an annual assessment to GSMD, even if they don't participate in anything. So we are starting the scale at age 23, which accounts for an 18-year-old paying annual dues for 5 years. Also, I would like to note that the board in July decided to invoke their rights, as in section 4, where it says the applicants received under the above provisions may be granted with the approval of the board. The board is no longer approving junior life members. So regarding the life membership fees, the current listing is on the left: $400, $300, $250, and $200. And on the right is what the dues would be based on the new calculations. 23 to 55 years of age is $1,080. 55 to 64 is $900. 65 to 74 is $720. And 75 and up is $450. We will be voting on these in this year, so all regular and life members 18 and older are eligible to vote. In addition to the bylaw changes outlined here, you will also be voting for the officers and board members for the upcoming 3-year term. Electronic voting will be available no later than October 15th through November 14th, 2020. The voting options to vote electronically at the Wisconsin Society of Mayflower Descendants website. If you receive your newsletter via the U.S. Postal Service, you will receive a paper ballot that can be completed and returned to the secretary. You will need to provide your name or your Wisconsin or General Society number so that we can verify membership and avoid any duplication. Thank you for listening, and please vote.